Fans' ears, the Reds announced first baseman Joey Votto here to stay. 9 Sports Director John Popovich is live at Great American Ballpark, where a news conference is about to begin. John?
Clyde standing room only crowd here at the news conference room just behind home plate. And we saw Bob Castellini poke in for a couple of minutes. Phil Castellini, also the CEO and COO, respectively. Walt Jocketty and Dusty Baker.
We have cell towers down here, so if you have a phone,
this is Rob Butcher, who is the Director of Media Relations for the Reds, as you see at the podium with Walt Jocketty. Dusty Baker, still in uniform, has come in a few minutes, within the last couple of minutes. Of course, the big announcement, a 10-year extension for Joey Votto. In a statement earlier today, Bob Castellini said Joey not only is one of the game's best players, but on the field and in the community, he represents himself, the organization, and our city with extraordinary professionalism and dignity. And we certainly are proud to be able to keep him in Cincinnati for 12 more years. Bob Castellini now has walked in. However, it looks like they're waiting for 1 or 2 more principals to arrive. Perhaps that's Joey Votto. There was a Reds workout this afternoon that started at 4 o'clock, so I imagine Votto did his workout, then went back. And if we saw yesterday at Kroger's, he was wearing a 3-piece suit, so I'll bet you he'll be dressed to the nines for this one as well. Media from all over southwestern Ohio here and gathered for the press conference. And here comes Dusty Baker, along with Director of Media Relations Rob Butcher. The statement from the Reds, pretty simple, said Joey wants to stay here. We want him here. We have shown we're committed to building a solid foundation from within the organization. So you see from left to right on your screen, Dusty Baker. Sitting down now is Bob Castellini. And we're still waiting, though, of course, for Joey Votto. But it appears that Rob Butcher, the Director of Media Relations, about to have something to say. And get this, well, I was wrong. Votto has shown with his performance the last few years why he's worth this kind of money as compared to some of the other players. And here's Walt Jocketty coming up now, and he's flanked by Joey Votto, looking very dapper. And they're both going to sit down here, and I'll let you listen in.
Okay, I'm angry already.
Okay, here we go. So, send it down, send it down.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, to this very historical day here. As you all know, we're here to announce a 10-year contract extension for 2010 National League Most Valuable Player and 2-time All-Star Joey Votto. Joey had been signed through 2013 as part of a 3-year contract he received in January 2011. This extension adds 10 years to that deal. Here to explain more is Mr. Walt Jocketty.
Thank you, Rob, and welcome. This is a very important and significant day in Cincinnati Reds franchise history. The Reds ownership has made a bold commitment to retain one of the game's elite players and have him play in his entire career in a Reds uniform. The move is significant for several reasons, but most importantly, we have a player we can continue to build our franchise around with players from the Reds system. And we are extremely pleased and happy to get this deal done, and get it done in a timely fashion. And I really commend Bob Castellini and the rest of this Cincinnati Reds ownership group for the commitment they've made. I think this should be a strong indication to our fans that we are doing everything possible to build this franchise into a winning, continue to winning franchise in a first-class organization, and I'm very proud to be a part of this. We're very proud and happy to have Joey with us for the rest of his career and finish. And it's very unusual these days to have a player who has been drafted, signed, and played his entire career in one organization. And we're proud to say that Joey Votto will do that. I also want to recognize his representative, Dan Lozano, who has done a very good job with this with Joey, and I've had many dealings with Dan over the years. He's always been very respectful and very easy to work with, and I have the utmost respect for him and the job that he does for his clients. In fact, this is the second 10-year contract I've done with Danny. And the last one turned out pretty good too. That was Albert Pujols. So I'm very proud to have that other guy with the American League.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. So anyhow, this is a great day for the Reds. I'd like to introduce Bob Castellini and let him say a few words.
Thank you, Walt. I'm going to be very short, and then we're going to ask to hear from Joey. But first of all, thank you for being here. Joey knows we're committed to winning. He could have waited 2 years and done this deal with many other teams, but he's made a deal with us, and we're pleased to make the same commitment to him. That's because Joey's articulate, he's soft-spoken, he's a team leader with work ethic second to none. He's a winner. He exemplifies what the Reds stand for. Who he is and what he represents is the foundation upon which we're building this team. This agreement allows Joey to build upon his 2010 MVP season and continue to develop as a player and a team leader. This agreement sets forth a commitment between the Cincinnati Reds and Joey. It is long-term. It is fair. It is right for this team at this time. Make no mistake, we understand there's more to this team than Joey. But Joey is a big part of building a strong foundation. And today that foundation has been bolstered and strengthened. We are pleased and proud to have Joey wearing a Reds jersey for the next many, many years to come. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Joey Votto.
Would you like me to stand up?
No, you do whatever you want to do.
Would you like me to stand up?
Just right here's fine.
Right here's good?
Be comfortable. Wherever you're comfortable.
Well, I'm a little nervous, so I'm going to read off this paper. Thank God for Rob Butcher, our media guy, but I don't want to miss anything. And first of all, I want to thank the Castellini and Williams families and the rest of the Reds ownership group for believing in me and having this faith in me, both as a player and as a person. Thank you to Walt, his baseball operations department, and my agent, Dan Lozano, for their patience and persistence during this process. I'm excited to be here for the long term because the men in that clubhouse are my teammates and friends. I believe this team has the talent to compete right now and in the future. Since I've been here, I've watched our fan base grow, and I can see the support and faith Reds fans continue to show in this organization. And just on a tangent, I've noticed that I go to road ballparks all the time, and we seem to be doing better on the road than most big market teams. Last year in Chicago, there's so much red in the stands, and I'm very proud of that. I'm excited for that. I think that's a sign. As I've wanted to do for a while, I'm looking forward to devoting my resources, time, and energy to charity work in the Cincinnati community. Although the primary jobs of everyone in Walt's office and in our clubhouse is to produce a winner on the baseball field, to a man, we all are also committed to leaving our communities better places than when we arrived. That was a typo right there. I should probably redo that one.
Pretty fast.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Rob. we actually practiced this beforehand, and I'm doing really well right now.
You are doing good.
Great job.
Every player in our clubhouse has won individual awards at some time during his career. I have been fortunate the last few years, but nothing excited me or them more than winning the NL Central in 2010. That was a feeling we shared as a family, and it's a feeling we want to share more often in the future. I don't really have much more to say written here, but I always try to do my best. I know that doesn't mean very much to the average fan or media member, but my only goal in my career is to be the best player I can be. And that's really all I've ever tried to do. And I can't promise you anything going forward. I can't promise health. I can't promise production or anything like that. But I can promise you I'm going to try and do my best. I I've worked my tail off to get to this point. You know, I was a poor defensive first baseman, and I turned myself into a Gold Glover. No one ever would have thought that I would have become a most valuable player, and I did. And you know, that's from hard work and effort and being, focused and dedicated. So, that's all I got, and hopefully going forward. No, not hopefully. Going forward, you'll get the same guy. So thank you.
Thank you, folks. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and Will will get you the microphone.
Thanks, Mr. Thank you.
Brad?
Bob, obviously this situation is a small market like this. How can the Reds possibly spend $225 million on one player and not have it affect the team? Your response in making...
And you've been listening live to the news conference at which the other shoe dropped, namely that the Reds have signed a 10-year extension with Joey Votto, and that deal is worth about $225 million.
Yes, and I think a lot of people like hearing, Joey saying the only thing I can do is be the best player I can be, and that's what I can promise.
Right, exactly. And we're going to continue to keep an eye on this. Denny Jansen, our entire sports department, standing by. But this Votto deal is surely ramping up excitement for fans already pumped up for opening day.
You know it. 9 News reporter Bryce Onslinger is live outside Great American Ballpark with reaction from those fans. Bryce?
Well, that's right, Clyde and Carol. We were all just watching the announcement here at the Holy Grail. And look at this sign they put up just a few hours ago. It says, "Thank you, Bob, Phil," talking about the Castellini family, Walt Jocketty, the general manager, and especially our Red for Life, Joey. Of course, that's Joey Votto. And the fans inside were glued to the TV here today as Joey Votto made that big announcement. We've been talking to a lot of Reds fans here at the Holy Grail, but maybe none bigger than Eric, my friend Eric here. And Eric, all right, you just saw what Joey had to say about being a Red for life. As a longtime Reds fan, what's it mean to have Joey here for the long term?
It's words can't even explain it, because he made a commitment to this community and and to all the Reds fans, and it means this tremendous. It means just a lot.
And what about the owners shelling out $225 million?
I can't say what I really wanted to say, but it took something, for them to do that, and I think it's just wonderful, wonderful. It shows what type of people that the Castellinis and Walt Jocketty are.
All right, and that's just some of the sentiment from many of the fans here at the Holy Grail. Reds fans already excited for opening day, but this just makes it that much more exciting, signing their best player to a long-term, 10-year, $225 million deal. Back to you now in the studio.
Bryce Onslinger live down by Great American Ballpark, and what a day.
What a day indeed. We'll be right back.